Hey everybody, welcome back. Dr. Professor Cheeseburger once more. That music can only mean one thing. We're in Cosmo Canyon. And last time we learned a little bit about Red XIII or Nanaki. And today, well, we're going to learn something that his grandfather Bugenhagen wants to show us. We'll find out what it is. Anyway, actually, how about we start off with a little bit of healing? Let's use that. Yeah. Okay, we don't have much money, but he wants us to go follow him. So we're going to go on up here. That little kid is gone. He must have kicked him out. Ho ho ho. Yep. So we can leave anytime. He won't want to come with us, but we have to go all the way in order to finish this. All right, here we go. I also think that this is a really cool little effect. What is it? I don't know if you've noticed it yet, but every time we land on a new landing, the audio gets just a little bit quieter. I am not turning it down. The game is turning it down. It will be very low, if not gone, by the time we get down here. We don't think it's there anymore. Or if it is, it's like I think it's there, but it's just like barely there. Okay, so here we are. Let's go in here. Break it open. There's only one of these little switches that we have to break open, but hey, you want to see something really cool? This took me a long time to figure out. Bye-bye. Those guys are undead, which means they hate healing. Alright, so let's collect that money. And then let's go in here, not down there. Funny looking rock. More of the G tribe. That's who these guys are. These guys are the G tribe. Let's give them a little bit of diamond dust. Just because we really need to get Aerith her level 2 limit break. We really need to start working on that. So we're going to do that. I've also been considering starting a new channel. Talk a bit about something that's not video game related, actually. Something about my times as an AV guy. Hey look, non-G-Trap guys. She's got Titan. Let's see Titan. We haven't seen him yet. We also haven't seen Rama, whatever. So, yeah, let's see it on these guys. He lifts up a big old chunk of land and flips it. That would hurt. Cool. But I'm going to start a new channel at some point soon called The Prodcast, Production Podcast, where I talk about things I've done, things I've seen, give people a little insight into what AV people do on the road. I think because they're up in the air, it probably won't do much. Yeah, she really, really needs some to take down some enemies in order to win. But the production podcast will talk about some of my own experiences, but also a little bit of like some people I work with, you know, like I might try to do some interviews with people, with coworkers, stage hands, things like that, you know. So by the time this video comes out, it should be started, hopefully. It'll probably just be me for a little bit until I actually work up the nerve to ask people. Problem isn't that I don't think anybody will want to do it. I think the problem will be finding time to do it. Killed in a certain battle. I also love how they remade this whole area, and they expanded it so greatly in the remake. They did a lot with this, and it's pretty cool. It's actually really cool. But instead of healing, we just make sure you guys don't move for a little bit. Alright, so these guys do not get killed by healing. They do not get hurt by healing. Also, I didn't realize I had no attack magic on Aerith. But I really want her to get some attacks, so I'm gonna let her do it. Critical. Hey, everybody leveled up. M tentacles, what are those? Malboro tentacles. That's what I wanted. You know what? What should I throw? I'm going to keep for a while. Transform is well on its way. Also, I should exchange that and that. Let's do away with Death Blow for now. And get her. See who else has a attack magic that I'm not using. Nobody. Let's do Bolt, because we're gonna start needing the 2 spells. Also, never run here. You will slip and slide into that wall like that, but more. And if you go straight at it, it's gonna hurt a lot. Now, added effect is a really cool materia. Really cool. If you put, say, added effect bolt into your weapon, it gives you that. Like, you get to add that materia to your weapon or armor. Added effect into armor gives you resistance to it. It's pretty cool. Eventually I'll use it. Like, there's some really cool things you can do with added effect. We're not going to get into them now. Nope. Now you got to walk back over, slip that way because it's a little faster. Nothing up there. Except these guys. Hey, Cloud's almost at 1,000 HP. Let's see, who has it? I think Red XIII has it. Let's go ahead and see it, because we haven't actually seen this one yet. Judgment Bolt. Rama's ultimate attack. And by that I mean every single one, that's what he does. When he's in a Final Fantasy, he does Judgment Bolt. And he's usually always an old man with a staff. Usually a little bit more powerful than that. Death Sentence is also an enemy skill. So, yeah, it just puts a timer on your character. And after that timer goes off, they're gone. Aw. Well, that's okay. We got through it. Now let's get some treasures. Nope, this way. Act like I've done this once or twice. Hey, let's tighten these guys. Because that's 5 enemies right there. That's a lot of takedowns. So I think because we've beaten, or because we went through the events in Gongaga, we could go back to Fort Condor and do another battle. But it just takes forever to get back there. So we're not going to do it every single time. There's a couple of times we're going to go do it just because I like doing it. This is not one of them. When we get access to another transportation later, we'll go do it. We'll go do the Fort Condor battle. Hey, a black M phone. Let's go this way. Get this treasure. Some ether. Volt 2. Cure 2. And let's do another Volt 2 just to keep it going. Now, I will say, I don't remember the numbers, like how many times you have to take down an enemy and how many times you have to use a limit break. But I know that every character is a little bit different. Like Cloud has a lot because you're going to use him a lot. But yeah, it's because you're going to use him a lot. Vincent, I think, is a little bit lower than most except Aerith because you can get him later. If you've never seen this, yeah, he's a character you get later. But I think as you get them, their numbers go down, with Aerith going down quite a bit. As you can see, we're going to the back of Cosmo Canyon. Red XIII is very confused, like, what's going on? Why is he telling me all this? Alright, so we've got 5 tunnels. They all lead to something different. One connects to 5, so I don't think that's going to take us anywhere. Hey, look! That guy. Missed. Maybe do better next time, dude. Bring a couple buddies. Hey, everybody's leveling up real nice. Alright, let's go to 3, or 2. What is that? It's exactly what you think it is. A spider web. With a big old spider in it. Now these guys, there's not very many of them in the game. And they kind of suck. Like, that attack wasn't very much. They've got a good amount of HP. But if he gets his attack in, it's going to hurt. That one. Look at that. Sting Bomb. That thing does a lot of damage. Yeah. Look at that. But it almost completely filled up Red's gauge after he just used an attack. Yeah, they've got a good amount of HP. And they can do a good amount of damage. I think that would probably kill Aerith. Plus, they're not really worth that much. I mean, maybe for enemies now, but... Oh. Nope. Come on. Ether. Boom, boom. Alright, so we go up here. Yeah, you don't actually have to fight all three of them. You just have to fight two. An X potion. Recovers all your HP. Not MP. Doesn't recover nothing of MP. Alright. Red, you're not going to get the kills. The takedowns. Because we're going to give it to Aerith. Unless, for some reason, Titan decides it doesn't want to do anything, so... Good job. Good job, team. Yep, Cloud is just leveling up like crazy. Does 3 not go anywhere? I thought 3 did. I know 4... Oh, yep, it doesn't. I know. I know what to do now. Hey, look, Cloud broke 1,000 HP. We have entered a whole new area. At least I personally think so. You know, it really does just feel like we've gotten better. Just because we broke 1,000 HP, it's like, you know, it's like Cloud just got smacked in the face with a spider butt. Okay, so does it do it when it's like, ew. Aw, no experience for Red. Yep, mission's over. Guess we better go home. Red's dead. Hey, 8,500. Alright. Wake up, Red. Items. High potions. And let's just potion it up. Alright. If you can, every time you encounter somebody with a back attack in this game, always, always, always quick attempt to run away. That's it. Just hit the buttons real fast. Because otherwise you'll get back attacked and they do more damage. Didn't take those guys down, but that's okay. So because they got back attacked, Aerith, being in the back row normally, is now in the front row, so she does more damage. If she didn't have such low HP, I would put her in the front row, but I mean, look at that. 700 compared to almost 1,000 for Red. Okay, so I missed something. And we gotta do it again. Oh no, she can't. Let's do ether on her. I don't want to do anything else because I want her to get... I want Aerith to get it. Don't you dare. Titan! I love that she makes her staff float like that in this. It's like, that's how you can tell somebody's got some, you know, some magic in them. They just, oh, put the staff there. And it's gonna stay there. It's just floating. Incredible. Hey, and all level up. All is such a great materia. Do you just get... Oh, there we go. Not only do you just get to use all more, they're worth a lot of money. And they're not a... It's not a terrible amount to level it up. I mean, look at that. I can't show you now, but when we get to a store, I can act like I'm gonna sell it and then show you guys, and it's worth a pretty penny. Okay, so we gotta go face another one of these spiders. I don't want to use my elixirs. I really don't. So I'm not gonna. I used to be even like, don't even use an ether because you might need it later. Now I'm just like, I mean, I can't buy an ether, but you know, at least I know I'm gonna get a lot. I can always go steal some from some enemy. Let's do ice 2, fire 2. Let's just get all the 2s in there. Yep, keep that magic going. Hit him hard. Huh, I guess it's not just limit breaks. I guess he just uses it on whoever he feels like. I wonder if it's like a threshold thing. Oh, that's a percentage attack. Yeah, go Aerith. I didn't know that. I thought it was just deals massive damage. Alright, so magic. Let's use that. Boom. Not that we're really going to need it. So we're almost there. Turbo Ether, always useful. One lone guy. Thank you. That was very necessary. Wow. She dealt 1100 damage with a healing spell. That's funny. I haven't broken 1000 damage yet. So the fact that Aerith did it healing an enemy is really funny. Ooh. Warrior? Who's that warrior? Let's go find out. Oh. That's a pleasant sight. Don't think this is that warrior. And here we have the chieftain. I am going to use an elixir, though. Watch. Also, if you just fight this guy normally, these things suck. Because they get in there and occasionally they'll just use fire 2 on you, like this. At least you know who it's going to hit. Bye-bye. Death. We gave him a good old case of death. It took a long time to figure that out. You remember that time I said I got that guidebook and somebody had ripped out that code? That's when I found out about this. But I had already passed it, so I had to play the game another time. And then I was just like, you know what? Let's read through. Maybe there's some things I missed. Oh, insta-kill him. Cool. And now we have a staff for Aerith. That's right. All right. So we got to grab this gravity materia. It's another spell that deals percentage damage. And now for a very emotional scene with Red XIII. Yep. Who could it be? I think we know at this point. There it is. Red XIII's father, the father he hated because he thought he abandoned the town, was just protecting it and was never able to return. Oh man. Yep. Continues even now. I don't know how, considering his body has turned to stone. Yep. Wow. Yep. It's the same thing every time. Doesn't matter who you bring. They always look up, they always look back, and they turn and leave. Yep. He wants us to keep going. He wants Nanaki to keep going. Yeah. Such a negative way to look at it, Bugenhagen. Something to help a planet already in misery. I agree with that. It is important to try. I'm not like saying our planet is doomed, but it's still just like, and I'm not even like trying to go environmentalist here. 130, holy cow! I'm just saying, like, sometimes if there's something you can do, you should do it. Yeah. Hmm. 130 though, he's doing pretty good floating around like that, I guess. Look at that. He's determined now. His grandpa could die. Though I think that's more of like, I don't think it's actual grandpa, you know what I mean? Okay. I don't know if you can hear it. I can't hear it. But you're supposed to be able to hear the teardrops coming down. Like there's a little sound. I don't know if you guys can hear it. I can't hear it. But those are tears. He's crying because he's happy. You know, what father doesn't want to see his son grow up well, you know? If I had a son, I would want, you know, that kind of attitude in the face of everything happening. And again, you don't have to talk to that guy to fix the buggy. You came in handy at times. And look at that. Barrett broke 1,000. Nobody else yet. Although Yuffie is pretty strong. Let's get Aerith back in here. Let's do Barrett for now. All right. Everybody else is clearing out. Before we go, though, I think we should gather up a couple of weapons. Nope. Some of these you can really use. All right, so we don't need that. I don't think we need that because we have the wizard staff. We have... Okay, so we can probably... Oh, yeah, we need to buy a couple of those. At least for Barrett and somebody else. But let's go ahead and get Barrett that. All right, let's equip him up. Titan, nope. Silver armlet. And the... Ooh. And the... Yep, heavy Vulcan. There we go. Everybody's got it. So let's give him Death Blow. And let's do this for now. Why? You'll see. Because here he comes. He's not done with us yet. We gotta wait for his grandpa to come along, and he's got a float here. Good to have you back, Red. Okay, so here's the guy. I don't know. I'm going to do this. Oh, that's what happens. You get to know about that elixir. But, dang it. And I already knew about the elixir. Okay, so we're going to go over here, but we're not going to go in. That is our next town. The town of Nibelheim. What's Nibelheim? Well, that's where Cloud and Tifa were born. So we're going to save right outside of it, and I think we're going to end it there. Just because Nibelheim is a lot. There's a lot going on there. There's a lot to discover. I think it would just be best if we, waited on that one. Try not to break it up into 2 parts like I did on this one, but we're probably going to end up doing it just because there's a lot going on in Nibelheim. And we're going to be traveling a lot in it. But yeah, for now, we'll just come in here, save our game 3 times like is my custom. Yep. Oh yeah, we haven't done it in a minute. There we go. We forgot one last time. Okay. So now that we're here, thanks for watching, guys. maybe we'll see you next time with that. Look it up, the Prodcast. That's what I'm going to call it, unless there's some other reason I can't. Check it out if you want to hear about AV stuff and what I do outside of this. Thanks for watching, guys.